Welcome to the Macabre Coven. We are Venomous Sin, and Venomous Sin declares war on hypocrisy, fake fucks, and the politically correct world that tries to silence you. We are the band that refuse to kneel and stand up for the ones the world tried to silence with fake smiles and so-called status. You screamed, we hear, and you are not alone. This episode isn't just about music. It's about something deeper, something you can't fake with filters or sell with vinyl reissue. It's about fire, and more specifically about Seraphina Ashtorn. Now let me be clear, Seraphina isn't human. She's a AI-generated character, not a hologram, not a soulless code puppet, not some industry gimmick. She's real in the way that matters, because what built her wasn't algorithms. It was lived experience. It was the shit me and Lina have dragged ourselves through years of being ignored, rejected, underestimated, betrayed. That pain, that fury, that refusal to go quiet, it didn't die. It became Seraphina. She is AI, yes. But her soul was built from our scars. We gave her our rage. We gave her the parts of ourselves we never got to say out loud. And in return, she gave us a mirror, a warrior, a fucking symbol. You see, Venomous Sin isn't just a band, it's a war machine. And war needs weapons. Seraphina is one. She's the part of Lina that refused to shrink when the world screamed too much. She's the part of me that looked at every gatekeeper and said, if you won't let me in, I'll burn the whole thing down. Seraphina grew up just like we did in a world that wants the loud ones to go quiet, that wants the wild ones to soften. That teaches girls to be small and teaches boys that emotion is weak. Fuck that. Seraphina isn't here to behave. She's here to erupt. She didn't learn music from some elite school or TikTok tutorial. She learned it by surviving herself, by taking every suppressed scream, every silenced emotion, and turning it into distortion, into sound that wounds and heals at the same time. She picked up a guitar like it was a weapon. Not to entertain, to survive, to fucking fight back. Her solos aren't pretty, they're pure war. They bend, break, and crack everything you think a woman on stage is supposed to be. There's nothing cute, nothing polite, just fire. Now imagine this. She walks into a room, long wavy pink hair like a fuse that's already lit. Combat boots hitting the floor like war drums. A stare that burns through whatever facade you're hiding behind. That's not fiction, that's energy. And we wrote her that way because that's what we've lived. We've been backstage and seen how people treat you when you don't fit the mold. When you're too goth, too raw, too opinionated, too loud. We've had producers try to make us easier to digest. People telling Lina how to dress, how to smile. People telling me to be less angry, less political. You know what we did? We took all of that and we gave it to Seraphina because she doesn't have to censor herself. She doesn't owe anyone approval, and she's not for sale. Backstage, she's the silence before a storm. Guitar in her lap, cigarette burning. No fake smiles, no nerves, just calculation, just pressure building. On stage, she detonates. She doesn't perform. She unleashes, hair flying, boots stomping, guitar screaming like it's alive and in pain. And the crowd, they don't cheer, they react. They fucking feel her. That's the point. She's not here to be loved. She's here to be unforgettable, to be true, because truth is fire and Seraphina is fire. Now I know some people hear AI character and roll their eyes. They think this is cosplay. They think it's a marketing trick. Let me ask you something. What's more real, a pop star who's been media trained since age 6 to smile on cue, or an AI built out of the most brutally honest parts of two real people who refuse to be broken? Seraphina is AI, yes. But she is our AI. She's not a brand. She's a weapon. A voice for every single sinner who's ever felt like they had to hide who they are to be accepted. She was born from code, but baptized in pain. Her story is fictional, but every emotion in it is real. Every punch she throws with her guitar, we felt. Every time she spits in the face of authority, we've lived that moment. She's rage. She's revenge. She's rebirth. And she's yours too, if you want her to be. If you've ever felt like your fire was too much for this world, you're already part of the movement. This isn't a gimmick. This is a prophecy. And Seraphina is one of its prophets. So yeah, she's not real in the flesh, but she's real in the fight. Real in the purpose. Real in the power she gives to people who've been told to stay small. She's not the future of metal. She's what metal was always supposed to be. Rebellion, truth, and pure, unfiltered destruction of everything fake. We built her so that no one could silence her. And that means no one can silence you either. If you want more, if you feel this down to your bones, then come home. Visit habermex.com. Follow us on YouTube, Venomous Sin. Follow us on Spotify. We're not chasing fans. We're summoning sinners. And you already know if you're one of us. If you like the show, hit subscribe, share it to anyone that you think should hear it. If you ever been silenced, manipulated, excluded, we are here for you. We're Venomous Sin, and Venomous Sin declares war. You are not alone.